Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to a special version of our Woman of the Month interview. I am founder, one of the editors, and one of the writers for Hear Her Speak magazine, and I'm here with three more of our awesome staff. They're going to introduce themselves real quick.
Hi, I'm Roshni. I am an editor and I'm a content creator as well for the magazine.
Hi, I'm Suhaila. I am an editor and a writer for the magazine.
Hi, I'm Vaishnavi. I'm an editor and a writer and a cover artist for the magazine.
Thank you guys. So you are probably wondering why we don't have our Woman of the Month with us. Unfortunately, in this past week, I lost my dear cousin unexpectedly last Monday and or almost 2 Mondays ago, and we unfortunately lost a teacher over the weekend who really made a lasting impact on all of our lives. For Vaishnavi and I, we had her in 11th and 12th grade for biology, and Rashni Suhaila have known her through all of the things that she did at our high school. She was always there. She was the teacher that, we would sometimes go to her classroom in the morning and just, want to just talk to her because she was like the IB person we would go to if we needed advice or just needed to talk. And so we're talking about Miss Sarah Elise Nelson. And all of us had some connection with her. And even, for all students who either encountered her or had her as a teacher, she was always smiling, always laughing, always trying to keep us on our feet, always encouraging us to do well. And we were actually going to have her for our Woman of the Month this month, and so we were all extremely devastated to learn that she passed away. And automatically, I was saying, well, let's just honor her. Honor her legacy, everything that she did, because she was just that amazing of a person and of a teacher. And so this video, we are basically dedicating it to Miss Nelson. And we also just want to say our prayers are with her family and all of her students, everyone she's ever encountered, her friends, everyone. We're just thinking of everyone whose life was touched by Miss Nelson. So I'm just going to let everyone go around and just share a few memories you have of Miss Nelson and what she meant to you.
I guess I can start. So, as Lauren said before, I never really had her as a teacher, but I first met her in 9th grade when she was a student teacher. And even then, she was the most sweetest and most amazing person. Like, I would be caught up in conversation with her sometimes, and I would like forget I'm supposed to address her formally, and so I would like slip up and like accidentally be like, dude. But she wouldn't care whatsoever. But she was like the sweetest person ever. And it really touched me that she remembered me after all those years, because I remember her telling me she was like a little upset that I wasn't in her biology class because I took chemistry instead. But she was also the advisor for NHS and everything, and she always worked extra hard for like all the clubs, and even if some of the students didn't put enough work in, she would always push those people, and she would always push herself and everyone around her to like try and make the events she would come up with as successful as possible, and like try to make the club as successful as possible. And she was just a really, really, really sweet soul.
Yeah, like Roshni, I met her in 9th grade when she was our student teacher, and like even as a student teacher, she was already like really talented, and she was always so vibrant and so kind too. I remember she actually remembered me uh, in junior year because I think someone told me that she had said she remembered me, and she was like, "Oh, Suhaila was really smart." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, she remembers me and she remembers like how to pronounce my name." That was that was already like telling of how amazing of a person she was and how like caring she was for her students. She remembered all of them, even the students from when she was a student teacher, and you could definitely see like her dedication to pushing her students because whenever I talked to Vaish or any of my other friends who had her for DP bio, they would always say good things about her. Always, it was something positive to say about her. There was she she just lit up the room basically, and I could tell that just from NHS, just from SNHS. I didn't even have to see her teaching to understand like how much of an impact she had on her students.
I just wanted to echo everything that Roshni and Suhaila said because she was really a light in the room and she really brightened up everyone's day. And you didn't even need to have her as a student to know that she was one of the kindest and most understanding souls that taught at Henrico. But for me, I felt particularly close to her because I worked with her personally for NHS and Science Honor Society. And even while being an officer, it was just so easy to talk to her, and she was always so accommodating of like any clubs or like any other priorities that I had. If I couldn't make it, she like totally understood, and she always like made sure that everyone's voice was heard and all their ideas was incorporated in some way. So she was not exclusive in that sense, and it was just so evident that she cared for all of her students. I think one of my best memories with her was this, like on her birthday this year. It was quarantine and we couldn't celebrate together, so I I reached out to like a bunch of friends that had her in the past and have her right now, and I made this like compilation of them saying happy birthday, and I made it into a like 3 minute video or something, and I sent it to her on text, and she responded to me that same day saying she just kept crying because she was so overwhelmed with joy and everything, and it just made me so happy to, make that impact on someone and um, repay her, I guess, in that sense, because she's done so much for all of us, and it was the least I could do for her. But once again, like she was just such a caring and such a sweet person, and you could honestly tell her everything and anything that was going on in her life, in your life, and she would match your energy. She would like be so understanding and let you do anything in that sense. She was just so kind, and I really am honored to have her as to have had her as a teacher and to have um, be in her memories.
Um, I definitely just want to echo what everyone said. I didn't get to have Miss Nelson as a student teacher, and I wish I did now. Because then I would have just known her for even longer. But I remember, and I've said this in like every post that I've done to just say how much I loved her and cared about her as a person and as a teacher. Um, she was always just so sweet and always had a smile every time I talked to her. And another friend and I were talking about just her laugh, how her laugh was just so infectious. And I just remember all of those little instances in which it would be like in class and her laughing at a student because they would say, "Oh, I think this question is dumb," and she's like, "No, no question is dumb." And even though like I was the worst science student there was. Science is not my forte at all, and I remember I always was always apologizing to her if I wasn't able to turn something in on time or wasn't able to do anything. And she was like, "Well, Lauren, I know that you care about it and I know you have it in you. You're going to be successful. It's okay." And I keep talking about like she always bent over backwards to make sure everyone was taken care of, whether it was in NHS or SNHS or all of the different clubs she sponsored or in class. She always wanted to make sure you were successful. And even with senior year kind of going crazy because of quarantine and everything, she still made sure that all of her seniors' grades were on point to make sure that they were okay for college. And even though like a lot of us probably didn't deserve that, she still wanted to make sure we were successful. And it's, you know, I always say teachers make, and I wrote this in like a scholarship interview, not scholarship interview, scholarship essay. And it's like, all teachers have an impact on their students, But the thing about Miss Nelson is she had an impact on her students and she had an impact on everyone she encountered because she was such a good person and such a sweet person and such a just someone who you never were upset with or angry with because she was always so kind to you. And so many times I said we didn't deserve her because she just went above and beyond with everything that she did and really wanted to make sure that all of us knew everything that we possibly could and helped us with NHS, with our hours, trying to help us get extra hours, even if we were like really cutting it close to the deadline. And so I'm genuinely going to miss her so much because I remember, I think about like a couple months ago, I sent her an email just to see how she was doing. And she was like, Lauren, this literally just made me so happy just to see, like, just to hear from you. And, you know, I probably, it's just really sad because I had said I can't wait to go see you again once Corona's over. And so, but I do know that she'll always be in our hearts, and that's something that I can, like, I can't say for every single person, but I know she will always be in all of our hearts and every person that she ever encountered in life. So I will genuinely miss her. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to go off of what you said about how she made a difference in literally everyone she met. Um, I remember her being such a big advocate for mental health. Like for NHS, she would always do that annual. Well, we only did 2 years because she only taught for 2 years at Henrico, but she always did the annual mental health awareness day, and just like knowing that that was such a big event to organize, and she did it like almost entirely by herself with um, like just the NHS crew, but there was only so much we could do. There was like she put most of it on her shoulders, and it was just so nice to like know that you had a teacher that advocated for that kind of stuff, and she really cared for all of her students, like, and that was so evident through every single one of her actions. So yeah.
Yeah. We just had a guest join us. This is Pooji. Pooji was also one of Miss Nelson's students, and she was actually one of our beta readers. So I'm going to allow her to share some memories she has of Miss Nelson.
Hi, my name is Pooji, and as Lauren said, I was one of Miss Nelson's students. I always remembered Miss Nelson as this sweet, hardworking person, and I know that I've never met any teacher who worked as hard as her, and she's always so caring and sweet towards her students. And I have to say, one of my personal memories that I had with Miss Nelson is one day when I was in class, I was like really upset and sad that day because a lot was going on in my life. Um, After the bell rang, she came up to me and she asked me if anything was wrong and that she noticed me all sad. And I broke out to her crying and I told her what was bothering me the entire day. And my grandma had passed away recently and my dad had went to India, and I was having like friend problems too, and it was just a lot in my life. And Miss Nelson, she hugged me and she told me it's okay, and she gave me resources that I can reach out to, and she told me that if I ever needed to talk, she's always there. And she was so understanding, and it made me feel so loved and appreciated. And I didn't know who to tell this to because I didn't want to sound like I was a burden on anyone. But the fact that like she welcomed me into her arms and let me like share what was going on with me, that was like really sweet. And then in the end, she also gave me ice cream to take home, and it just made my day really better. And yeah, she's just a really sweet person, and it's just so sad that it ended like this.
That was so beautiful, Pooji. And it really showed like how Miss Nelson was just always there for us. And I just hope she knows that we genuinely appreciate every single thing that she's ever done for us. And, you know, I know we said it to her on a regular basis, but she truly made such an impact on all of our lives. And she was like a therapist to some of us because we were just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. And she was like, you got this. You're going to be able to get through it. And even after we've graduated and everything, she was still making sure all of our like exam scores were okay and making sure that all of our stuff was turned in and making just still again going above and beyond. So her legacy will never die because she will always be in our hearts. We will always remember her. We will take everything that she taught us and she just treated us with so much love and just respect and just wanted everyone to be successful and genuinely treated everyone as really, she was just a really nice person. And I will always miss her. We will always miss her. And just know that again, our thoughts and prayers are with her family right now and her friends and all of her students and everyone that she encountered in her life. And yeah, does anyone else have anything else to add? No? Okay, so thank you all for sitting and watching this and sharing everything that you know, all your memories of Miss Nelson. And we will miss you, Miss Nelson. I hope you're seeing this in heaven, or I just really hope you do, because we all love you so much and we'll miss you dearly. And this is just a small token of our appreciation, but again, we will never forget you. We will make sure that your legacy lasts for as long as all of us are here and even surpass that. So, thank you.